So today is the first day I announced that I just made my first $100,000 at the age of 22. Now, that's $100,000 in net worth, not just in like, hey, I just made this money. No big deal, okay? Making it is no big deal. The problem is actually keeping it. Now, right now, today, I have $100,000 worth of net worth, and as the days keep going, I should be increasing and increasing step by step. Now, in this video, by the way, I'm waiting for a call by the Forbes list, but they haven't called me yet. I don't know why. It's like $100,000 is a lot of money, right? No, obviously, it's not a big deal. Not to the Forbes list, okay? Now, the first thing is this, guys. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why I made $100,000, how I made it. On top of that, what did I do to actually create all this money? By the way, spoiler alert here. I didn't just manifest the law of attraction while sitting in my chair, be like, okay, I just won $100,000. Please make it happen. I can feel it. Here it is. Oh, it's not here. It didn't appear. No, I put in work and I did the things that I had to do to actually accomplish it. In this video, I'm gonna show you how, and that way maybe you can copy what I did and also replicate the entire process and results, and that way you get what I get, which is hopefully $100,000 or a lot more money. Now, if you guys don't know me, my name is TommyBryson. I'm an accountant and I upload videos on YouTube every single day. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified, and do me a favor and smash, destroy, turn that like button blue, okay? Do me that favor. On top of that, let's go for 500 likes today, okay? Now, if we get there, we get there. Okay, I'm not doing a giveaway, I'm sorry, okay? But if we get there, we get there. Thank you guys so much, by the way. I really appreciate it, okay? It helps a ton with the channel. You don't even know how much, okay? But hitting that like button, it helps a ton, so thank you so much. Now, here's a question for you guys, okay? By what age do you want to get your first $100,000? Comment down below, let me know. And if you already hit it, then what's $1 million? Like, at what age do you want to hit that next milestone in your life? Comment down below, let me know. Now, if you ask me, guys, when I was 19 years old and making $60 a week, I wanted to have $100,000 by the time I was actually, guess what age, okay? At the time, I wanted to be a $100,000 heir, not a millionaire, but a $100,000 heir by the time I was 25 years old. Now, I'm almost 3 years early, which is awesome, but I remember this one thing that plays back in my head every time I think about this entire thing, right? And it's like this one person that I really cared about. It was I won't say his name, but it was like in school. It was a counselor, and I cared about his opinion a lot. And he told me one day, Tommy, you're always talking about all this great stuff, but in reality, you're just gonna be just like the rest of us, a regular person, a regular Joe, a regular job, and you won't achieve anything. And that kind of hit me the wrong way. Well, the right way. It kind of hurt me, you know? It was kind of like him, like trying to be like real with me. But in reality, I didn't really care because he wasn't talking to me. He was talking to himself because that's what happened to him. Now, what I did is this. When that happens and you get down, I went straight into my books. I dived in and I learned more and more every single day to make sure that's not the life I created for myself, okay? So always think about the future and what you want and how to get it. Don't think about what people tell you, okay? Never think about that, and never give up, okay? Never give up. Now, Tommy, let's talk about it, okay? So why did you decide to make your first $100,000, and why did you decide to actually make a lot of money? Well, I'll tell you the why first, the what I did, then eventually I'll tell you the how I did it, and then towards the end of the video, I'll tell you exactly how all this money that I have adds up to a little bit over $100,000. If you want the entire, like, okay, how do you do it? Well, watch the end of the video, okay? But if you want to know how I did it, why I did it, and the real core to how you can do it also, well, watch this video right here, right now. Now, the first thing is this, guys, right? When it came to my why, I had a lot of phases, okay? I had 3 phases, to be honest. And my first phase was I was 19 years old, and I did the math. And the math said, Tommy, you're going to make $60,000 a year, and if you commit tax fraud, you don't eat, you live in a shelter, and you don't spend any money, well, it's going to take you around 16 years to make your first $1 million as an accountant. I said, no, I don't want to do that. It takes way too long. Plus, it's like 40 hours of work. I don't want to do that much stuff. And plus, I wasn't passionate about it. But I still finished the career, which was maybe a great thing, but I just don't know as of yet. Now, the second phase I had was the phase of immaturity towards the reason why I thought I wanted money. I wanted to be big. I wanted to be fancy. I wanted everything I wanted. I wanted to have a big gold chain. By the way, I got this for free. I found it on the street, okay? But I wanted all these great things, and I started doing something that could potentially get me a lot of money, and that was vlogging on YouTube. Back then, I posted vlogs every single day, but I promise you guys, okay, I was not happy making those videos. I did not enjoy them whatsoever, but I did them for the sole purpose of like, hey, I want to make a lot of money. Casey Neistat does it, all these people do it, so maybe I can do it also, and everything could work out. But I never made the videos I wanted to make because I thought no one was doing those, so maybe they're not cool enough, no one cares about them, so don't even waste your time. Now, the third phase I had, guys, was basically the real phase, okay, and the worst phase of my life. You know, I got a normal job. I sold all my YouTube equipment, my cameras, my microphones. I sold everything. I said, you know what? I'm done with this. It's not working out, okay? And I went to a normal job. I worked there, but there was one thing that changed my trajectory completely. And here's what happened, okay, guys? I had a conversation with my dad. By the way, this was my last conversation with my dad. If you don't know, he passed away 2 years ago. But this conversation went a little like this, okay? I told him, hey, Dad, you know, I went to college. He told me, like, yeah, that's awesome what you do. I said accountant. I'm also working at this job. He's like, what are you doing? That's not you at all. It sounds like a complete different person. You like technology. You like making things. And you like doing things. And you always talk about money, you know? And I'm like, yeah, but, you know, I just got to do this, you know? And he's like, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe don't waste your time. And that was the last conversation. A few days later, November 19th or 18th, I like to say, he passed away. Now, when he passed away, I bought all my equipment and I said to myself, I'm going to start my journey and I'm going to make it either way. And I'm going to do it what I want to do. And basically, I started making videos on finance and things that I enjoyed and wanted to talk about. And almost like 2 years later, here we are. $100,000, and it's pretty cool, pretty awesome. But it all happened through all these different phases, okay? All these phases helped shape my life a ton, and it wasn't all pretty. It was bad. It was really bad, and eventually it became very good, and now I'm here. By the way, the why to why I make these videos and why I do what I do, guys, is very simple, okay? The why is I want to be able to spark people in the way that I was never sparked when I was a kid, I was growing up. And that means nothing weird, okay? But that means basically I want to give you the information that lights up your brain to then go on and create your own life however you want to create it, okay? Because when I was growing up, everything was like you have to be this person or nothing else. And I don't want you to do that, so I want to give you guys exactly the entire like roadmap to how I got here, and that way you can do the same thing, and that way you can be happy doing whatever you want to do, okay? Not what I did, but whatever you want to do with these tools, okay? Now, the second thing, guys, okay, what I did to actually make this $100,000. Well, I like to say this one thing, okay? I used to be the type of person that was like, you know what? The more things I have here, the better it is. But eventually, you spread yourself way too thin, and it doesn't really work. So I only focus really on two things: my YouTube career and also consulting and capital injection business, okay? So basically, how this works is like this, okay? For YouTube, what I do is this, right? I post videos every single day, and I've been doing that for a while now. So every single day, you come to the channel, I have a new video. But the goal is every day I want to learn something new, and I want to share it with you guys also, okay? That's my goal here. Have you learn, have me learn, and everyone is learning and everyone's a nerd now, okay? That's my goal. Now, the second thing, guys, is that I dedicate myself to teach everyone on YouTube everything that was never taught to me. That's it. It's that simple when it comes to my YouTube thing, you know? No one taught me this stuff. I had to go out there, and by the way, guys, I read like way over maybe over like 100, like very near to 200 books, okay, in less than 4 years. Why? Because I had to learn because I felt like I was always running out of time. And that's the honest truth, okay? So I'm learning so much, but I'm also sharing so much because I know for a fact if this helped me, it can definitely help you a ton. Now, yes, when it comes to YouTube, I care a lot about the why I do things, but sometimes I do make videos that will go viral or get a lot of views. And the reason I do this is because, you know what? You have to play the game also. That way more people come to the channel, but they also see the overall content and they get value, and they learn a lot more. But if I'm making videos and no one sees them, well, it doesn't matter as much. But I want to make sure everyone gets the information and gets the entire value behind these videos. So sometimes you get very viral videos, but I always include little nuggets in there to make people learn and spark the right people, okay? Now, the side effect to making YouTube videos and posting videos every day is, you know, money, subs, views, all this stuff, comments, likes, and that's awesome. Trust me, it's great. But I never focus on content that does that, okay? Mainly because if I just focus on views and likes, then I wouldn't really focus on my why, and I really wouldn't make like value-based content, okay? So my main focus is always value first, let everything come second. I don't really care about it as much, okay? But the main thing is always value, and does it align with my why and why I make these videos in the first place, okay? Now, the second thing is this, guys, my consulting business, okay? Now, my consulting business, if you guys don't know, I do really one thing. I help around 26 to 30 small businesses get capital, also manage their books, and also create budgets to make sure they're actually profitable. Because a lot of businesses out there don't want to be profitable because everyone is like, okay, I don't want to fire my employees. I want to do this. You know, I get that. But sometimes, most of the times, always, you have to understand you're running a business and not a playground. So my main goal for consulting is to help these businesses every single day as much as possible. So that's what I do with consulting. Now, the side effect of me doing this in my consulting business is I have a very good reputation. I also make money. And on top of that, I get a lot of opportunities to make a lot of money. Now, the big thing is this, guys, right? The money is great, reputation is awesome, but the main thing is I always want to focus on creating value for those companies and getting them to be profitable, you know? So it's never about like, oh, just money and squeezing money out of them. It's all about how can I get you to be the best business possible. That's my goal always, and that's what I do, and that's why I have a lot of clients. You know, for one person, 27 clients is a lot. So there you go. That's what I do when it comes to consulting. Now, Tommy, how do you do all these things? The answer is really only 3 things, and I won't lie, it's not complicated at all. I focus on 3 big things in my life, okay? The first one is action first, emotion later. I used to focus on, I need to feel this way to do this thing. No, I do this thing first, and then I get the emotion later to actually keep doing it and build momentum. But I focus on always, whenever I want to do something, a task, I say to myself, action first, emotion later. That's what I tell myself all the time. The second thing is I focus on health, wealth, love, and happiness. It can't all be about making money, being wealthy, being famous, doing all this stuff. That's all great, but I like to focus on my health, be healthy. My dad passed away. I don't want to be that person. I want to focus on making money. I know people that were broke. I don't want to be that person either. I want to focus on my love life. I want to have one-star relationship. I want to have a family. I focus on it also. And I also want to focus on, by the way, that's also my family there, okay? And love is just not like girlfriend, but it's also family-based also. Now, when it comes to my happiness, happiness is what I get when I do all of those things, okay? Now, the last thing I run my entire why based up and how I do things is basically based on the idea of that happiness is an action, not a feeling. I don't think happiness is like a feeling. Oh my gosh, I feel so happy. No. I focus on happiness as being something that you get whenever you solve the problems you love solving. You ever been like bored and very unhappy? Usually you're not solving the problems you want to solve, and you're in a career you don't like and you don't want to do. So that's why I focus on making sure whatever I'm doing is what I want to do and what makes me happy. Okay? Now, let's go. Tommy, okay, I understand your why, your what, and also your how, but now let's go into the details to how you actually have all this money and where all this money actually comes from. Well, I'm glad you made it all the way to the end of the video, because in reality, guys, this is great, okay? The numbers are great, but in reality, the only thing that matters is the foundation. Once you have the foundation of what I just told you before, well, that's all you need. The money and the numbers and all this stuff, these are all side effects of having a very good foundation. Now, here we go. When it comes to my personal life, I have an emergency fund, and I also have investments. Now, my emergency account, I keep it in SoFi. This account here has $5,584.89. I'm gonna put it right here, okay? Well, right here. Wherever it appears is gonna be there, okay? Now, my investment account with Acorns and also Robinhood, I have an experimental one, and then I have my real one, experimental, and real one, okay? My real one with Acorn, I have around $8,400 I did that in 1 year. On top of that, my Robinhood is a very experimental cryptocurrency thing that I made a video about, and I'm still running it to see exactly how it does. And that account has around $598.18. Okay, so that's my personal money and what I actually have on the side for investing and emergencies. Okay, by the way, my emergency account is around 6 months worth of expenses. Just that, no more. 6 months is pretty fine to me if you ask me. Okay, now my YouTube career, my YouTube cash in my bank account in Chase, I have around $30,000, 346 and around 77 cents. Okay, on top of that, in pending income I already earned from YouTube but haven't gotten yet, well, I have around $12,506.62. Tell me, that's a lot of money. The answer is yes. But 4 years ago, when I was doing YouTube, I was making $10 a year, $12 a year, $4 a year, $1 a year, $2 a year, and maybe this year it happened, but it's never been about the money. Well, in the beginning it kind of was, but towards when I really started doing it, like I told you guys, it became more about the why. And that's a side effect of having a great why. You get money, that's awesome, but it's always still about the why. Now, my consulting business, believe it or not, is my highest assets and cash evaluation, okay? So my asset business, my consulting business, I basically have around $80,000, 273 and around 3 cents. Just 3 cents. I don't know what's going on there, but 3 cents. So in total, my total value of how much money I have with all my assets, all my cash, is around $137,000 and 764 and 49 cents. It sounds like a special or a discount, but no. These are the real numbers. Now, Tommy, all right, okay, that's your assets, but what about your liabilities? Well, I'm happy you asked, because everything is just not like assets, but it's also liability to actually get your net worth. Well, in reality, I still have student loans, and I owe around $20,000, 946, and the reason I keep them and haven't paid them off is because I have a very low interest rate, and it doesn't make sense to like pay them off if you just use that money and make more money and then have that money pay for the entire loans. Okay, so that's what I do currently. I don't pay it off just yet. Now, I also have credit card debts of $9,399, but I don't pay any interest, and that's why I still have it, but it should be done and over with by around like March or so. So there you go, by around March it should be gone, but right now I still have it. Now, I also have an outside loan that I took from a third party, and I owe them around $5,000, but in reality this $5,000 pays for itself over and over again because I invested it, and that money pays the person that I actually owe, which is crazy, but I actually do, and that's what I do. Okay, now in total my liabilities are around $35,000, 345. So after I subtract my assets from my liabilities, my total net worth currently is around $102,000 and 419 and 49 cents. So there you go, guys. I officially became a $100,000 heir. Not $1 million yet, but almost there. 10% there. Not that bad at all. Not 28%. This is like more like a life thing. But 10%, not that bad at all. Now, guys, comment down below and let me know. Do you think, it's a trick question, by the way, I want you guys to comment down below. Do you think it's a good idea to pay off loans when they have no interest on them or credit card debt? Comment down below. Let me know in the comments down below. I'll be there answering all your comments. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, like this video. We appreciate it. Again, let's go for 500 likes on this video. Really appreciate it, guys, as always. Also, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. And on top of that, if you want to talk to me one-on-one, uno, just DM me on Instagram at TommyBryson. And before I go, if you want to watch a video on how I live on literally $60 a week, well, watch this video right here. On top, like my face right here, start the channel right now. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.